Yes, ladies and gentlemen, how are we doing? Tier list. Let's get straight into it. I want to say hello to any of you guys here. So drop a comment down below if you're new to this channel, and make sure you subscribe so you guys can comment in the comment section down below. All right, let's get straight into it. I want to not mess about and just get straight into it with the Tottenham Hotspur tier list. We got world class, class, decent, mid, and donkey. I gotta change that donkey. What on earth is that? Let's change it to ew. Like terrible, just ew. Just really bad. Let's change it to really bad. Because yeah, they probably no. Let's just change it to really bad. But as you guys can see, we have here the tier list. And if you guys don't know how this works, Johnny Orkin, how you doing, mate? Good to see you in the live stream. Hope all is well. And hopefully you can help me rank all these players somewhere, because I need help ranking all them. So let's jump in and just go over the tiers. So world class, obviously, been amazing so far. Class, been very good. Decent, they've been okay. Mid, they haven't. No, let's not say mid. Let's say meh. Like they've been okay, but not too great. Really bad. So without further ado, let's jump straight into it, and we start obviously with Japhet Tanganga. Wanted to move in the summer. He wanted to move away with AC Milan or somewhere, but currently he's still at Tottenham Hotspur. So we have not seen anything from him so far. So I'm gonna have to put him in the meh category, because we have not really seen anything from him so far. So yeah, Jeff Tanganga is going straight into the meh category. It's not really much to say about him. It's just because the fact that he wanted to move away from Tottenham to get his career kick-started, because at Tottenham he's not really getting the game time he should be getting, that he wants to be getting. So therefore I think if he can go anywhere else, that could definitely help his play style, especially if you look at the likes of I don't know, Oliver Skip. He went to Norwich, and it really kick-started his career, which helped him a lot. So if we can do that, then loan Jeff Tanganga out. I believe that it will help him very much. But for you, do you think Jeff Tanganga needs to stay at Tottenham Hotspur? Is it okay to let him go, let him leave? Because personally, I think if we let him leave, then it's just a waste of a player. But so far, I think we need to see more of him. Let's go to Christian Romero. What do I think, Christian Romero? I think so far it's been world class. So far he's been amazing. No, I don't want to call it world class. I'll call it amazing. Yeah, he's been amazing so far. I mean, the fact that in the beginning of the season we haven't conceded that many goals. I mean, after the Tottenham Leicester, we did concede 2 goals, but I don't think we've conceded more than 2 goals in ages. Like, it's been crazy since we last conceded 2 goals, and Christian Romero been a big factor of that. So I think so far this season has been very strong, getting into challenges. He really likes to dig into there, but he needs to know his limits, because so far I'm happy with how he's been performing, but he cannot always dive into tackles. He needs to be calm down and maybe be a bit fast on the ball. Before we carry on, subscribe to the channel if you're new. We really want to help grow this channel, so if you're new, just subscribe so we can continue. All right, next up we've got Davinson Sanchez. Okay, so if it was before the Leicester game, I would have said decent, because there hasn't been much. He hasn't been meh, because he hasn't been bad, but he hasn't been great. Just purely after that Leicester game, I'm gonna have to drop him to go to a decent. I mean, that Leicester performance was horrible from him. I can't remember I saw a worse performance from Davinson Sanchez. I mean, he gave away a stupid, pathetic foul. There was no need. I mean, also his passing ability was not there versus Leicester. And whenever he got on the ball, he looked very worried and didn't know what to do, which I was not too happy about. So, guys, where would you rank Davinson Sanchez so far in the rankings? I mean, because for me personally, it goes in the decent, and I want to get you guys into this. So come on, comment down below. I want to see those comments. Whoever's here in the live watching right now, come on, guys. I want to hear your comments and to hear what you lot got to say regarding the transfers. So for me personally, and that's where he goes. In the decent, sorry. So let's carry on. Fraser Foster. Look, I've got to put him in the meh category because we haven't seen him. We just haven't seen him. I don't think he's got a start yet for Tottenham. Maybe he has in the preseason, but I haven't seen it at all. I haven't seen him once. So far, yeah, so far he's in a meh. But I do think he's going to come in during the transfer, during the cup games. I think he'll definitely play during the cup games, and it will be very interesting to see whether or not he will perform or not perform. I mean, just remember, whenever we used to play him, he was outstanding. I mean, I remember he put him ahead. He saved Dyer's free kick. I think that was him. Saved Dyer's free kick, which was insane. Or was it Crystal Palace goalkeeper? I can't remember. But he was amazing whenever we played against him, and it really drove me mad whenever. I mean, he's a big goalie, so cup games should be good for him. And yeah, by the way, if anyone wants to know what name's on the back of my shirt, it's Top Josh. I had to get that. I had to get that. But because you know how it goes. But yeah, so far I think no. Let's keep it back down to this. So far it's not too bad. We got Fraser Foster in there, Jeff Tanganga in there, decent in Stan Sanchez, and amazing is in Christian Romero. So let's get over to he's one of our own. He's one of our own. Harry Kane. He's one of our own. Absolute superstar. I mean, the player's been outstanding. He's been our main goal scorer throughout this whole. I mean, six games. Or could have been 7 if the Queen didn't die. Rest in peace, Her Majesty. But it could have been 7. But unfortunately, it's 6. He's only scored in 6 games. I mean, that's every single game. I think he scored in every single game. Last game did he score? Yeah, last game he scored. I'm pretty sure he scored in every single game. Maybe I'm not too sure. But Harry Kane definitely goes into the amazing. He's been fantastic this season so far. Hopefully after the Nations, whatever that is, after the break, he doesn't come back injured or anything. Hopefully he comes back even better and stronger. And I can't wait to see more of him. And I think he can definitely add a lot now that we got Heung Son. We'll get to him very, very soon. But now that we got Heung Son ready to play ball, it's gonna be a hell of a season for them too, for the duo, Harry Kane and Heung-min Son. All right, Ben Davies goes into the class category. I'm not going to go into amazing because he's had some performances here and there that weren't amazing. I mean, like for example, Lenglet switched him last game because it was just a tactical change as well as he didn't play well. So I'm just trying to bring up the fixtures that Tottenham have played, and from what I understand, Tottenham against Marseille, we lost 2-0 with a red card, but Ben Davies did not start the game, so that was fine. Okay, and then later on when we played, who did we play? We played. I'm just trying to see who we played. We played. Oh, did we play Fulham? Was it Fulham we played when it was his mistake? Was it Fulham? No, it was Lenglet as well. So Lenglet's been in this team. I mean, I actually didn't think he was in this team for this much. Oh, was it West Ham? Yeah, it was West Ham. West Ham, he had a shocker. Ben Davies. Yeah, I remember this. It was not a good performance at all from the lad. Look, he's got a lot to improve on, but he's definitely improved. So from last season, definitely improved. I think he can offer more, but so far he's going in the class category. I think he's definitely upped his game, but not an amazing. He's not been amazing this season so far. But if we're on the talk about amazing players. What a way to, nice transition straight into the man himself. I love Eric Dyer. Eric Dyer loves me. unbelievable, fantastic performance. A lot of people I've been under. I've not thought he would be performing like this, but for me, he's been amazing this season. I mean, so far, fantastic. Maybe his distribution isn't that great, but defensively, he's been strong. He's been strong and deserved to get called up to the England national team, nation team, or the national squad. He definitely deserved to be called up. I mean, he can definitely offer much more than Maguire or Stones, in fact, or Ben White. Eric Dyer now in the England national team. It's going to be amazing. And he's had a great season for Spurs so far. And hopefully we can see much more of him in the future. But so far, Christian Romero, Harry Kane, and Eric Dyer in the amazing category. Just to remind you, we are sitting third in the league on the same points as the former champions. I mean, the champions of the Premier League, Manchester City. We're on the same points, but goal difference are in their hand. Arsenal sitting first with 18 points, so it's very, very tight so far. And Brighton are just beneath us on 13 points, while Man United are creeping up to that fourth spot on 12 points. It's looking like it's going to be a good season. So with Eric Dyer in the team, he needs to be strong alongside Clement Lenglet, Christian Romero, Ben Davies, and so on. Jet Spence. I want to see more of him. I really want to see more of him. Just so you guys know, I'm just going to put them wherever, and then we're going to sort that out at the end, because it's not. I can see already now it's not going to look too good to the eye. But Jet Spence for me is going to go in the meh category. The fun of meh category, because he's not been able to show himself at all. He's not been able to show himself at all. And it's clear to see he was not an Antonio Conte signing. And like you don't have to be dumb to understand that. But I do want to see Jet Spence perform more and play more, because I think he can definitely offer more than Emerson Royale can. But we'll get to Emerson Royale very, very shortly. But another one that could slot into that position, or before I do that transition, I just want to say Jet Spence, his main attributes in the game is, he's very, very fast, and he's good at defense. He's very, very good at defense. He's got good shooting. So I'd like to see Antonio Conte play him probably in the cup games alongside Foster. That's probably what he's looking to see to get his minutes. But so far, that's how it is. But a player who could be playing as a right wing back, who could be an option for the right wing back if we do change our formation to a 3-5-2, is the man himself. Gimme a ginger from Sweden, Kulusevski. I'm gonna go for class. I'm not gonna go for amazing this season. He's been class. The reason why is simply because against, was it Leicester? Yeah, Leicester. He didn't. I needed to see more of him. I really needed to see more of him. No, you know what? I'm going to go at the end of amazing. He has been amazing, but I need to see more of him against Leicester. I didn't see enough of him. Against West Ham, you could see, there was a struggle. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what on earth he did against West Ham. But the fact is that it ended as a draw, and that was definitely not great. But then we can see the lineups, and we see that Kulusevski started, but he came off for Richarlison. So it's a common substitute now that's looking to happen every so often. Against Fulham, we tried to play quite a little bit differently with Richarlison starting ahead of Kulusevski, and personally, I think that didn't really help until we took off Sonny and had to bring in Kulusevski, because that was the main difference for the game. So that's why he's doing amazing. I think he's had fantastic help in the attack, especially alongside Son. Well, Son lately, he's not been doing great, but that 3 goals against Leicester. Oh my days! If you have not seen that video of our match reactions, you should go watch it, because it's absolutely immaculate. So Station Kulusevski going into the bottom category of amazing, top of class. You know how it is. Matt Doherty, and another player we have not seen. I want to say have not seen. Have not seen, because Fraser Foster needs to go there. Jet Spence needs to go there. Jeff Tanganga needs to go there. Have we seen Matt Doherty yet this season? Guys, comment down below. Have we seen Matt Doherty this season? I'm not sure if we have. I'm trying to look back in the history. Matt Doherty has not featured because of his injury. So I think we're gonna have to put him in the unfortunate meh category. Let's put it in the meh category. So far this is what it's looking like. Let's have a little overview. Amazing. We got Crystal Romero, top of amazing, with alongside Harry Kane, Eric Dyer, THFC. Let's put Harry Kane top of amazing because I think he's been performing better than Crystal Romero. Eric Dyer is there, yeah, and THFC. Fair enough. Class has been Ben Davis. I think that's fair. Decent has been Davinson Sanchez. I want to put him top of meh, but yeah, I mean that will do. And meh is Matt Doherty. No, I'm gonna put him down. We have not seen him. And yeah, so I think that's really it. In the meantime, we're gonna go on a 30-second break. So 30 seconds. You know, when we say 30 seconds, we do usually mean 30 seconds, and we'll be back very, very soon. So hope to see you guys very, very soon. Take 1 second of a break, so we can, just think about more of the future, how the TLS is supposed to work, and we'll be back in a second.
Here's Lucas Moura. Oh, they did it! I cannot believe it! Lucas Moura with the last kick of the game. We are back in the Champions League! Here's Lucas Moura. Oh, they did it! I cannot believe it! Lucas Moura with the last kick of the game! We are back in the Champions League!
Alrighty, we are back, and we're going to go straight back into it. Emerson Royale, for me, is going to go into the meh category. He's had some good games, had some bad games. He's had more bad games than good games. In the meh category for me. But the one thing I want to see more of Emerson is his crosses has to be better, especially when he comes onto the pitch and he goes up, past the halfway line and doesn't know what to do with it, and then decides to pass back to Højbjerg. I don't like that, man. I don't like that. He's got to change it up. One of the main problems with him last season was that he would never, go up and attack. I remember. I think it was against, who was it? Maybe Leicester. Did he come on against Leicester? I think against Leicester. When he did come on, was it against? I'm pretty sure. Let's have a look. Yeah, it was against Leicester. Yeah, against Leicester, he went up literally all the way, the full length of the pitch, and then decided, I'm not going to do this. I'm going to cut back to Højbjerg. I'm like, Matt, what are you doing, mate? You're performing high class. You're supposed to be a top player for Tottenham Hotspur, and he's really not had a great start to the season. I think he's definitely been better this season than he was last season, but I need to see more from him, mate. I really do. He needs to up his game. He's up his level desperately. He has to. So unfortunately for him, that's where he's going. Lucas Moura is going to go and have not seen because he's been injured, and yeah, unfortunately for him, he's suffered from an injury. So I'm not too sure what this injury is, but it is some injury. So far that is really all I've got to say regarding Lucas Moura. But unfortunately for him, once again, his injury is taking place, and hopefully he'll be back by the end of the international break, and so he can be an option for the attackers alongside Richarlison, Harry Kane, Heung, Son, Kulusevski, even Perisic. God knows, we've got so many. It's crazy. And now we could be looking for whatever. You know what? Too many strikers. I mean, man, we were scoring tons of goals. But here's a little question for you: if we got so many attacking players, should we really be thinking about changing formation to go into 3-5-2 instead of a 3-4-2? Instead of 3-4-3. I don't know. Comment that down below. What's happening to the comments? Come on, guys. Go comment. We need to have some more interactive people in this comment section right now. But let's go and talk about Bentancur. He's been class this season. He really has. So far, I say this season, it's only been 6 games, but Bentancur has really been a strong, midfielder in our team. I mean, look, our midfield is still not the strongest in the Premier League, definitely not, and it's still very, very weak in my opinion. But I think with Bentancur in the team, and I think maybe allowing this new 3-5-2 formation with the 3 in the midfield, it can allow Bentancur to be more free. It can allow Højbjerg to be more free. We can see more what they can, bring to the table in terms of being in midfield. Because whenever Bentancur is good defensively, but he's not the best defensively, and sometimes he loses passes quite easily, which I'm not too keen about. The main problem for me in this midfield is that if they get past one, it's most likely they're going to get past the other, because our midfield is just not strong enough to hold both players. It's like Højbjerg and Bentancur aren't good enough to be in the team and strong enough. We need to have an extra man in there, in my opinion. But so far this season, I can't complain about Bentancur's performances. I mean, it's been amazing. Especially that performance versus Leicester, the pressure he put on. Jeez, the pressure he put on was unbelievable. So big up to him on the unreal performance versus Leicester. So we've got next up Bissouma. Oof, Bissouma. Why did I put Bissouma? I'm not too sure. I'm really not too sure why I put Bissouma. I want to put him in the decent category, but I don't think he deserves to be in the decent category because we haven't seen much of him. I want to put him in the meh category, but I don't think he's been, he hasn't made such a big influence when he came on, but he hasn't been terrible when he came on. I don't want to put him in the have not seen yet because we have actually seen him. So I'm going to put him in top of meh because I think we need to see more of him. But so far, he's been decent. So big up to Bissouma. I mean, he's coming to a new team where, we're playing a complete different formation, complete different style than Brighton. Brighton usually carrying the ball everywhere. At Tottenham, it's not like that. At Tottenham, he needs to understand that he needs to do more defensive work than attacking. But when he does get the ball, he needs to make a nice creative pass because he is our creative midfielder, essentially. Yeah, that's all I really got to say about Bissouma. Brian Hill, obviously I'm not seeing because he's been on loan. PML Højbjerg, I'm going to go for decent. I think he's had a very, very good performance versus Leicester. I personally don't think he's been amazing. He's had a lot of meh passes. A lot of passes that could have, led to something that was bigger than it was. But he has been good defensively, so I'm not putting him in the meh category. I'm going to put him in the middle of this decent. Do I put him ahead of Davinson Bissouma? Yes, I will. It was ahead of Davinson Sanchez. Yes, I do. I think Bissouma should be there. I think Bissouma. That's why I got confused. I think Bissouma should definitely be up there. Davinson Sanchez down in meh. Yeah, Davinson Sanchez is down in meh. He's been meh this season. Yeah. Look, that's honestly what I think. I think he's definitely been better than Bissouma, but yeah, it is what it is. Højbjerg needs to improve himself in terms of the creativeness, and I think it's the same thing with Bentancur. If we have Bissouma in the team as well, Bissouma, Bentancur, Højbjerg can allow Højbjerg to be more free and to to bring more to the table with his creativeness. So I'm excited to see what Højbjerg has to offer. Hugo Lloris. Hugo Lloris. Where do I put him, lads? Where do I put him? I don't know where. I want to put him in middle of amazing, but I also want to put him in top of class because I don't think he's been amazing in terms of. Has he been? Yeah, he has been better than Eric Dyer, hasn't he? He has. Yes, he has, lads. He has. I've got to put him up there. I really have to. Oh, am I going to do this? I guess I am. All right. Yep. Hugo Lloris up there. Just ahead of Eric Dyer. I think he's been amazing this season. I mean, with all his shot stoppers. No one can really stop him this season. I mean, especially, in the likes of Mitch Rich's goal was probably one of the only ones I could imagine him not stopping. Maybe what's his face? Madison. But except for that, he's been amazing this season so far. Even Perisic, oh my days. Ooh, where do I put him? I think I put him I think I put him amazing, just behind Christian Ray. I mean, his crosses has been different element to the game for us. I mean, the amount of corners we scored from his crosses, or we've got a better chance with his crosses. Harry Kane's looking more lively in the box. Richarlison looking much more lively in the box. We've got also in the UCL. Mate, I mean, we're absolutely smashing it. By the way, where's is Richarlison next up? Yeah, Richarlison next up. I'm looking forward to him. But yeah, even Perisic, big up. He's been one of our best players so far this season. But we're talking about a UCL, amazing debut. Arguably one of the best debuts Tottenham Hotspur I've ever seen. It's the man himself. Poo. No, sorry. I'm really sorry, guys. I'm really sorry. That was terrible. That was really, really bad. All right, it's Mr. Poo. Richarlison. He's going top of class for me. I think he needs to offer more. He really does need to score consistently, but he has been looking lively. In the Tottenham Hotspur team, he's been fighting for his place, and arguably he's been winning it over Richarlison, over Kulusevski, over Son. Very, very much deserved. You could make a shout that he should have been ahead of Son and not ahead of Kulusevski, but the point is he's been making it over the top players. Such as Son. So, he deserves to be in the class category for myself. Comment down below where you would put him right now. Is he in a class or is he a bottom of amazing? But if we are talking about class people, let's talk about a former Barcelona player. A former player who's been exceptional for Barcelona but has been falling down the couple of years, and that's Clem Lenglet. I'm going to put him in decent, top of decent. No, yeah, top of decent. And the reason being is because I think Clem Lenglet, his passing ability has been fantastic, and his defensive ability has been fantastic. But a couple of times he's shut off from the game, especially the one that I remember was against Maddison's goal. He was there for 1 second and then just left. His distribution throughout the Leicester game was nowhere to be seen. I've got to put him in decent. I mean, and as well as he hasn't been playing every single game, so. That's especially reason why he's in a decent category. Now, Ryan Sessegnon, I don't want to speak about him. I really don't want to speak about him. I really do not want to speak about him. I think the player needs to improve himself, and if it's not the season, then unfortunately he's got to go. Unfortunately for myself, I believe he has to go to save his career because at Tottenham Hotspur it's not going well for him. He has to do better, man. He has to do better. Oliver Skip, so far this season, you have to say what it is. So far this season, I've not seen. I have not seen Oliver Skip this season. It is what it is. He's been injured, obviously, but it is what it is. And now, Heung-min Son. Heung-min Son. There we go. It had to be done. It had to be done, lads. It had to be done. Højbjerg has been better than Son. Bissouma has been better than Son. Fine. Maybe Sanchez has not been better than Son. There. And maybe Seth has not been better than Son. But Son has been terrible. Lads, what on earth's happened to him? I mean, the only reason why I might have said, he's below Bissouma is because, is he below Bissouma? I just don't think he's been in a decent category because that's not where he should be. Bissouma, I'm sorry. I mean, he should be in a decent category because he hasn't been decent. He just scored a hat-trick. That's the only reason why he could be in a decent. Let's see, against Leicester. Lads, come and help me out. He should not be in a decent category. I know you lot are going to be saying, oh yeah, Heung-min Son, but he's the best. He's the best South Korean. He's all. Look, it is what it is. Heung-min Son has not been decent this season. He's been meh. And whether you like it or not, it's fact. Bissouma, I will move him down to meh. No, you know what? The thing is, Son has been so poor, and when we saw Bissouma, he looked good. But then if you look at Son, has he been better than Lenglet? Has he been better than Bissouma? Has he been better than Højbjerg? Look, comment down below. Son, has he been meh or decent this season so far in the first 6 games? Has he been meh or decent? Go comment down below. But if we're gonna go and continue with this standings and see we've played 7 games, and look, it's looking like this so far. I'm going to make a couple of changes. I'm going to change around Højbjerg, put him at the head of Ben Davis, ahead of Richarlison, and ahead of Richarlison. There we go. That makes it much better. And I think Lenglet has been getting. Look, I think amazing is fine. That's good. Here it's also been fun. I'll put Bentancur above. I'll show respect. Lenglet Bissouma, I would personally put Lenglet, and then Son ahead of Sanchez, Emerson Royale ahead of Sanchez. Sanchez been, I don't know. No. Let's keep Emerson here, and then that's really it. It is what it is. We have not seen most of the players that we want to see, but it will be an interesting season. So thanks so much for joining. Hope you all liked it. Make sure you guys comment down below your player of the season so far, and hope to see you all very, very soon on Instagram. Go follow us on Instagram. 11.9k followers today. Trying to hit that 12k by the end of this month. So we got literally Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, whatever. We got to the end of the month to hit this 12k on Instagram. If you guys want to show support, send us a message on Instagram. We'll reply to it. And make sure you guys all comment, like, share, and subscribe. Conte is building an army, like you can see over there, and not a flipping team. Up the boys.